City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. Today, Nissan Stadium as these two teams square off for a chance to be the champion of the Music City Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Boise State Broncos, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense will go on the attack first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
From the gun, give on the inside. This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Wolverines offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Broncos headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
He'll keep it himself. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Wolverine. And they turn it into a defensive score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Right on the money. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Bettis. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Breaks into the open. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Here comes the Heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Wolverines have moved it inside the 20. Leaves it with the running back. Headed to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. Now on second down. Off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, it's Herbstreit. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. They'll leave it with him. Slithers into space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
On the ground, it's Haynes. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wagner. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. To throw, it's Madsen. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Wants to throw on third. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Unloads to the right. That's caught. It's Wagner. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's second and long. Well, jet sweep pass. The defense... Loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
To the air, it's Madsen. He'll take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Leaves it with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Herbstreit. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Give to the running back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run after the 31. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. Touchdown Wolverines! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They've got to find some answers on this drive, already down by 18 in the second quarter. Looking to pass, it's Madsen. Got his man quickly.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He leaves it with his back. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
He breaks a tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on second down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. Makes a connection. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Buckley. Inside the 45. There he goes. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Broncos.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Trying to pick up a first down. A designed run for the quarterback. He fought his way out to the 16, but it'll be 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complementary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense and what areas of the field, and where are my best opportunities?
Looking for a man, it's Madsen. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He's got it. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
When you talk about create big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Herbstreit. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Complete to start this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. And the Broncos want to move quickly.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. We saw it on that last play.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Got a man. It's Buckley. The Broncos are rolling down the field.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The receiver on the jet sweep. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show them really quickly and make it easy on them. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, making a nice play.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Got enough for the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line getting set on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Herbstreit. Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. And they get him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Trying to set up the screen. There he goes.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Buckley. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Madsen. Fires to the tight end. The defense calls a timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard. Now a 2-possession game at 24-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the tailback. He has the first and still on his feet. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
Love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in this.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Back to pass, it's Herbstreit. He's taking the shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Going right to work up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Broncos will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it along the sideline. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The corners are walked up tight. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the 1. They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Boise State! And the comeback is on. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Herbstreit. Caught in the backfield. It's Morton. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Wagner. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And the Broncos are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Unloads it left. This one's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And how about this tight end finding that soft spot after the play action froze him?
It's tough to do sometimes for these tight ends to kind of find zone defense and find the areas they need to work and make sure that they've got that communication with the QB. But these two right now are on the same page.
Looking for space. It's Buckley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Broncos will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man down the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Big guy smells it.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll run it. Touchdown, Broncos! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Now they find themselves behind, David. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yep, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know they're going to make some plays for you.
So that's the challenge for them. You've got to answer, right? You've got to take the field here. You've got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
Looking for space. It's Haynes. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Got a little space. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 30. He's at the top. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Broncos moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Dropping back, it's Matson. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer than they were able to get the sack.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll try the right side. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Might as well stick with him. Running into the open space. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And he's now over 150 yards on the ground, and days like this can put you up with those legendary Michigan runners.
And that's why you come to Michigan. You know you're going to get fed. Like, you are going to be a back that gets the football, that chews up yards, that always has a lot of success and gets a ton of carries.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Herbstreit. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harding. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Caught in the backfield, it's Temple. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And the Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Jumped on top of the pile. The Broncos come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Bates. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Broncos! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most... things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. On the move at the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Right back to the well. Puts it on in midfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Finds a crease at the 20. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. To the ground, he's got it again. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Out of the gun, the inside kick. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Herbstreit. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The give. Touchdown, Wolverines. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs, impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed, and that touchdown gives his team the lead.
just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got it in the middle. It's Wagner. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll give it to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The give to the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Fighting off the defender. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Madsen. He lost one down the sideline. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, he's no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Got it, looking for the 1st down. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Wolverines line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see he gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Michigan.
Okay, 2nd down coming up. And the quarterback takes a knee. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.